We were put into a large room filled with cots. There were only women in this room, so the men must have been put in another room. We were fed regularly and well taken care of, which was puzzling to us since the soldiers obviously had an intense hatred for us, and now for Jehovah. And just when we were wondering how much longer till Armageddon, the soldiers burst in and brought us outside and into the streets. There was chaos. People were running everywhere, seemingly randomly. You couldn't see the sky from all the smoke coming from various fires. "We've read all your literature, and we know your battle plan," one of the soldiers shouted. "We know you've planned to be hidden away in some barn or on top of some hill while your God committed genocide on all of us. Well, we know your God's weakness. He can't attack us if we don't attack you. All military units have been ordered to protect you people at all cost. We will simply hold you until you die of old age, and that way there will be no reason for your God to attack us, and we can get on with bringing this country back to its rightful place." As soon as he said that, a mob broke through their ranks. It seemed like the chaos doubled, if that was even possible. Soldiers shouting orders to defend us, to not let anyone touch us. Gunfire and explosions rocked the area. And then suddenly, all the soldiers were dead, and the mob surrounded us. We heard someone shout for people to step aside, and a man with a rocket launcher on his shoulder came to the front of the group. "Let's see your God protect you from this," he sneered as he took aim at us. We fully expected him to pull the trigger, and nothing happened. It was obvious we had Jehovah's protection, but we were horrified when he pulled the trigger, and we saw a plume of fire and smoke shoot from the back of that rocket, and it hurled itself at us. Me and my mother huddled in a desperate attempt to protect ourselves, and it seemed as if every cell in my body screamed, "Jehovah, help us!" We opened our eyes, and through the smoke we could see the trail of the rocket as it sailed in the sky and aimed for the mob. Tracing the smoke, we could see that it passed through us like we weren't there. The explosions sent bodies flying everywhere. At that moment, the clouds suddenly became a bright amber color, like there was a raging fire above them. Fire and sulfur started falling from heaven, and people everywhere went into a mindless panic. A huge earthquake erupted, and I thought to try to take cover in the building we came from, but then a voice started speaking to me. It was very kind but firm.
"Stand still and see the salvation of Jehovah."
And even though I heard it, my instincts were overriding what I heard. The scripture popped into my head that says to take cover in the interior room for a little while. Plus, I did not want to see what was happening, but the voice spoke even louder.
"No, I want you to stand still and see the salvation of Jehovah."
It hit me. This was an angel talking directly to me. And suddenly I was overwhelmed by emotion. Love and warmth and sheer awe seemed to envelop me. Tears streamed down my eyes as I realized that this angel was personally protecting us and speaking directly to me. And even though I saw the horrors of Armageddon, it didn't affect me. It didn't seem to register what was happening. All I knew was that I was in the bosom of Jehovah. I looked over and everyone else had tears streaming down their eyes, their faces full of awe and wonder, then obviously received the same message. Then it spoke a third time.
"Stand still and see my salvation, please."
My legs couldn't hold me anymore. I dropped to my knees, trembling. Thoughts raced through my head. He said, "My salvation. My salvation." Jehovah was speaking to me through an angel. He was speaking to me. I reached my hands up and screamed to the heavens, "Thank you, Jehovah. Thank you for saving me. I am not worthy of this gift. I am not worthy of your voice." Then the answer came.
"You are worthy. That is why you are here. I cannot wait to see what you will do in my new world."
I collapsed from emotional overload after that response. When I woke up, everything was over. Jehovah spared us from the horrors of Armageddon by simply speaking to us, validating that he values us. David sat in his chair, hunched over. To Michelle's surprise, he was weeping. I have never heard a story told with such passion and feeling. I was there. It was like I was there right beside you. You truly do have a gift. Pearline, I am forever in your debt for this. Now, I must repay you for this gift. I have a job I'd like to both of you to help me on. Oh, and just so you know, the general resurrection is to begin very shortly. This job is in preparation for it. Sounds interesting? Pearline and Michelle looked at each other and said in unison, Yes, we're interested!